Hello, I'm Ronka. I actually was born in England, but actually lived my formative years in Nigeria. Moved back to England in the 90s, and I've been in Canada now for 2.5 years.
Hi, my name is Joseph. I was born in Manchester, England. I moved to Nigeria with my parents in the mid-70s, where I lived for about 20 years and did my high school over there. We moved to Canada about 2.5 years ago, and it's been great ever since.
Christmas growing up, we actually did look forward to it because I think it was one time in the year that we were definitely guaranteed like presents and things like that from the parents. The community I grew up in was actually predominantly Christian, so we knew that the purpose was about Christ. But when in the morning of Christmas Day, we looked forward to presents and everything. But more so, there was our dinner was more like rice and chicken. So there was always a big feast. We had families gather from all over, people that came from all over different parts of Nigeria come over to celebrate with us. And it was actually usually a very good reunion for the family. So in Nigeria, it was they call it the Harmattan season. It's very cold in the morning, but then by afternoon, it gets really hot. But no snow. There's no snow in Nigeria.
I mean, for us, like on Christmas Day, the first thing we're doing is preparing to go to church. And, it wasn't more of, getting presents. I guess the presents you get from your parent then was your Christmas outfit, because that's an opportunity for you to get a new outfit. And that's what you wear on Christmas Day, which can be in the traditional attire of what you wear in Nigeria.
We would have chicken, which you can eat anytime during the year, but I think at Christmas you're guaranteed to kill a whole chicken, to have a whole chicken made, maybe two or so. You would have the chicken, you would have the jollof rice, then you would have pounded yam, which is another kind of dish with the soup to go with it. We didn't have potatoes.
Because I come from a much bigger family, we would slaughter a ram for Christmas, and we would make jollof rice as well. And that is not just for the family, but for the neighbors as well.
Maybe roughly around, sometimes maybe 15, but people just popped in. It was like an open door kind of party. You had meal for your family, but then there was always leftover because you're bound to have guests pop in to say hello to you. Even if you when you're the host of the family, if you didn't even turn up at the table on time, you were at risk of actually, not getting the best of the feast, because even my parents would not say, oh no, set this apart for the children whilst the guests came in. It was just help yourselves. So you just had to make sure you were there on time to have what you wanted. So we grew up in the city. I grew up in the city, but then at Christmas, my parents would always want to go back to the suburb to celebrate Christmas. So we always went back. Yeah. The emphasis was always that Christmas is about the birth of Christ. So we didn't have any doubt about that. We never thought about it as anything else. So that was really the main focus at Christmas. Yeah.
It's also an opportunity for the family to reach out to the neighbors, and this is not just limited to fellow Christians, but people of other faith in the community, the Muslims especially. We reach out to them, take food to them, and some of them come around to celebrate with us on Christmas Day. So that's actually what makes it even more interesting.
When the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us." And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in the manger.
And when they saw it, they made known the saying that had been told them concerning this child. And all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. But Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, as it had been told them.
And at the end of 8 days, when he was circumcised, they called him Jesus, the name given by the angel before he was conceived in the womb.